guys, welcome back. I'm Alejandra reporting for Kids First, and today I'm going to be talking about the events I attended in the Gems event of the Miami Film Festival, and I will also be touching in each of the films I watched in this festival. The first film I'm going to be talking about is called Ottoman Hotel, directed by the great Spanish director Jose Luis Tirado. In my opinion, I think he did a splendid job in showing the two different perspectives that you can get from this film. For example, the first perspective, it's for the majority of people or the greater audience that thinks that flamenco is only to do exercise, or that they listen to its music because it's fun or they're in the mood for it. But this movie also shows the other perspective, that there's people that flamenco dominates their life, that this art form is part of their everyday life and their daily routine, and that they do everything with flamenco in their head and they apply it to their lives. They go to work, they go to the bank, or they go to school with it and thinking about it. Because, I mean, one, it's their culture, they've been raised that way, or two, because they've been adapting to this culture and they've been turning into this art style. And I love this movie because it doesn't only focus on how intense it is or how strict the art form is, but it also expresses how beautiful it is through its unique qualities, the distinctive movements, and how no dance form is alike with flamenco. The second film I'm going to be talking about is called Sofia, and this movie is about the reunion between a mother and a child that they have not seen each other for much time. When the 10-year-old Misha goes to see his mom, it's kind of awkward because he notices that she's about to get remarried to a guy that he knows nothing about, and this bothers him. And as time passes, these two men don't get along, not considering the fact that Misha is a 10-year-old and the other guy is a grown-up man that's about to be married, not considering that fact because it's nothing about age, it's just that they don't get along. Misha doesn't like his way, doesn't like his personality, and the guy wants him to accept him as his father and his way of discipline, and they're not agreeing with each other. And Sofia is struggling with this. She's suffering a lot because she just wants to live with them and be in peace with the both of them, but she can't. So Misha, seeing all these conflicts, he hides himself behind his stories that he loves so much. He hides himself from reality. And what I love about this film is that it has a very strong sense of fairy tales, because there's a lot of stories going on in this film because he's just hiding from reality in the stories that he loves. But what's beautiful about this movie is that one day he realizes that he can't hide in the stories forever, that he has to come out and deal with the conflicts that are going on in his life. And it's beautiful when the coming of age of Misha comes. It's so cute to see that he notices that he has to grow up one day and that he has to deal with all the problems that are going on in his life. The third film I'm going to be talking about is called My Friend Dahmer, and it's based on Jeffrey Dahmer's The Serial Killer high school years, or more specifically his senior year in 1978. This movie shows how Jeffrey was identified as an outcast within his classmates because of how different he was. He was bullied and molested because of the peculiar behaviors he was doing or he was showing. He stayed home and collected insects, and he would dissect them, and he would do other things that they were just considered weird because no one used to do them in that time. So he became a target for people to bother on. And this movie shows the events that happened during his high school years that impacted him, that impacted his life, and led him to be the person he turned out to be later, a serial killer or a person that did horrible crimes. And within those events, one of the things that impacted him the most was his parents' behavior. His parents' behavior, like, they did nothing to stop it. They just ignored the fact that he was going through all of these problems, and they would just keep fighting, and they really did not pay attention to him. They would just pressure him into being they would pressure him into being a different person, but that's not the way you help. You don't pressure your kid, you try to help them get past through the problems, and they really didn't help. They were just another problem that Jeffrey had to deal with, so they really didn't do anything. So that impacted him, that impacted his life. And this movie shows that we have to kind of understand why he became. we have to understand and have empathy for what he went through. And with this movie, we understand all the things he went through, and we understand why he became a serial killer. We don't forgive him, and we don't understand why he did those things, but we kind of understand and we kind of analyze what led him to be what he became. But we're not forgiving him, or we're not forgetting what he did, because he did horrible crimes. He killed many people, but we're just trying to identify and understand what led him to be what he became. I've talked about the films that I watched during the festival, and now I'm going to be talking about my experience on going to the events of the GEMS event of the Miami Film Festival, and also my experience on interviewing talent at those events. But before I say anything, I want to acknowledge that when you go to these events, you gain so much knowledge from all perspectives, from all different people. You learn from people that organize the event, from the talent that you see in the events, from the films that you watch. You leave the Miami Film Festival or any event that's related to the Miami Film Festival with a lot of knowledge and with a great experience that you'll carry with you forever. For example, on Friday, October 13th, I got the amazing chance to go cover the red carpet of the film Life and Nothing More, and I also got the great chance to interview the director Antonio Mendez, part of the cast Regina Williams and Robert Williams, a musician that he was performing at the event, and also the director. Imagine all the knowledge that I gained from them at one day. I got to listen to all their experiences and the answers and what they had to say, because these are people that they've gone through a lot and they have a lot to say and a lot to teach to the world. So that was a very enriching experience for me and a very successful day. I had so much fun. And the next day, Saturday, October 14th, I also got the great chance to cover the Don't Take Yes for an Answer seminar that Joshua and Nelson were throwing. These two men, they competed at a video competition, and they won. But that wasn't the focus of the seminar. They were talking about their whole career, they were talking about that they started very small, and they've been working, they've been building up their career until they're up here today. And now they can look back at their career and they can be proud of what they did. And they talked about how they were rejected, and they talked about the challenges that they went through, but they didn't pay attention to them. Instead of discouraging them, they took it as an inspiration to keep on going and not stopping. So imagine all the knowledge that I also got from the seminar, hearing all these experiences that they went through and hearing how they didn't stop for anything, that they were passionate about something and they wanted to accomplish it, and now look at them now. They are very successful at what they do. They're filmmakers and actors, that they're going in a good path. So that was also a very enriching experience for me, because I got to hear what they had to say. They're also people that they have a lot to say to the world. They have to teach many amazing things because they've been through a lot. So that was a very good experience for me. And overall, it was very fun. It was very fun. I got to do what I love the most. I got to interview these amazing people, and I also got to cover all these films and learn from them. This experience of the Miami Film Festival I will take with me forever. So yes, it was amazing. I recommend it 100% if you have the chance to go next year or any small events that they can host. Well, that's all for today. I'm Alejandra reporting for Kids First. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.